YouTube? What's up? It's your boy Zell back with another one. In this video, Daniel Dubois wants undisputed match versus Alexander Usyk. Let's get it. First of all, Daniel Dubois, he wants that rematch with Usyk, and all I gotta say is Usyk gonna be rich about time all this shit in. He already making, who knows how much he making versus Tyson Fury? Probably close to 30, 40, 50 million versus Tyson Fury, because Turkey throwing money at these dudes to make big fights. Turkey love boxing, and I love that he love boxing. So because he love boxing, I love Turkey. Real talk. So we know Turkey throwing money at him to fight Fury. He probably made close to 100 million fighting Fury in his rematch. Fuck, they might do a trilogy depending on how the rematch go tomorrow. And after that match, we know he got another person he got to see. The only person that ever made him look real human, who hit him with a crazy shot that put him down for real, was Daniel Dubois. And we saw what Daniel Dubois did against Anthony Joshua. So we know his power is real. We know that it wasn't a coincidence that he hurt Usyk, because he hurt AJ multiple times. But I believe I think Usyk broke his orbital bone, broke his eye, and made him. And I think he quit after that, or they threw the towel. I think that's how it went. But I think he do a rematch. I think he deserve a rematch. Because styles make fights at the end of the day. Dubois hurt Usyk, Usyk hurt Dubois, and Usyk dominated AJ. Then AJ came back and made it competitive the second time. But then Dubois dominated AJ. He almost sent him to the upper room. He almost sent Anthony Joshua to the upper room. And they both have a common opponent in Anthony Joshua. And we both saw how they dealt with him. And I think Dubois dealt with him more dominant. So based off their common opponent, I could say Dubois had a better outing, but they fought each other. So I know Usyk did good against him. So I mean, boxing really is a matchup sport. It really is. Just like a lot of other sports, basketball, football, and basketball. Some teams good in transition. Some teams good in the half court. In football, some teams good with a passing game. In football, some teams run the ball down your throat. Sports vary. In MMA, some guys are kickboxers. Israel Adesanya. Some guys are wrestlers. Khabib. Some guys could do it all, like a Conor McGregor. So I mean, sports, it varies, bro, and that's why boxing is so beautiful, because your favorite fighter can realistically win on paper, but when he gets into the ring, different shit happens. Mike Tyson was supposed to beat Buster Douglas. Devin Haney was supposed to beat Ryan Garcia. George Foreman was supposed to beat Muhammad Ali. These fights, you don't know what's going to happen until it happens. You never know what's going to happen until it happens. And Usyk, he supposed to beat Daniel Dubois when they rematch. He's supposed to. But who knows if he get caught with another body shot. And this time they don't call it a low blow. They actually let him keep fighting. So it's very different. It's very different with boxing. And yeah, Dubois won his rematch, but this time it's going to be for all the belts. It's going to be for all the belts, and it's going to give him that much more motivation. We saw him take AJ belt away from him, like literally rip it out of his hands and leave him for dead. We saw what he did. AJ almost knocked him unconscious 2-3 different times. That fight was crazy. And Anthony Joshua fought back. He hurt Dubois once, but he got too overzealous and ran into a right hand and amplified the effect and almost lost his life, almost lost his career versus Dubois. So we know Dubois not playing, bro. He coming to take it from you. And if you don't have defense that can't control the space, then he's going to hurt you. I think Usyk does well in having defense and controlling space, though. And he likes to fight on the line, but that might be his fatal flaw versus Dubois. Because if you stand on the line versus somebody that can hit harder than you for extended amounts of time, that's how people get knocked out. Let's think of a Leo Santa Cruz staying on the line with Tank Davis for too long. Let's think of Ryan Garcia staying on the line with Tank Davis too long. Let's think of a lot of guys staying on the line with Mike Tyson for too long. You're going to get hurt. And Usyk likes to stay on the line, but who knows how he'll do against Dubois if Dubois hit him with some shit he don't expect. He can definitely be hurt. Usyk he human. I mean, he tough, he's strong, but he's human. He don't got the best chin ever, and we saw him get hurt by a body shot from Dubois. So I would love to see this rematch. Usyk's supposed to win on paper, but I think Dubois can upset him. Real talk. And that's not highly likely to happen, but we won't ever know until the fight happens. That's like saying Tank Davis beats Shakur, he beats T.O., he beats Devin, he beats Loma. That's what y'all gonna hang y'all hats on, that he beats them on paper? Why don't he get in the ring and beat them for real? Devin Haney was supposed to beat Ryan Garcia on paper, Once they got in the ring, Ryan Garcia beat him for real. So we all know how it's a matchup sport. A lot of people who using their best fighter with nah, he'd win as an excuse for him not to fight are really scared that he can't lose. If you so confident that he's going to win, how about he gets in the ring and actually does it so you can brag that he actually did it instead of saying he can do it. That's why I don't understand the boxing fanboys, bro. They'll really see, they'll stand at this motherfucker. Yeah, Tank beat everybody. He don't got to fight him. Then how you know he beats everybody if he never fought him? You know, it don't make sense. It makes no sense in the world. Uh, that'll be exactly like saying like how all these guys were saying Joshua beats Deontay, so it's no reason in fighting Deontay. Well, guess what? The fight still hasn't happened to this day, and those guys are not really in their prime anymore. That fight would have been the richest fight, one of the richest fights in boxing history. Prime Deontay versus Prime AJ, those dudes would have made $100 million, $150 a piece, just because of how much money they're worth, how much they name worth, how much they represent. He was the biggest black American heavyweight at the time, and AJ was the biggest black British heavyweight at the time. So whenever two black fighters meet, I don't know if y'all noticed, like 6 or 7 fights in the top 10 pay-per-view grossing of all time was black versus black fighters. So we can only imagine what AJ versus Deontay would have did. It would have been spectacular. But it's always a middleman. The promoter's like the ultimate middleman, They like the record label. You don't need them to a certain. Once you get a certain amount of fame and popularity, you don't need them. But they always want to stay around and get a piece of the pie. And I think Eddie Hearn being around and AJ Ill ruined that fight from happening at the right time. I'm not trying to hear that it's not the right time. The biggest fighters should fight in their prime, and whoever wins, maybe they could come back for a second fight later in their career. Make the big fights happen like when they in their prime, early in their prime, in the middle of their prime. Make the big fights happen so whoever loses can have an opportunity to get a rematch. Real talk, like that's how boxing should be. The biggest fighters should want to fight each other and they should want to beat each other. Who cares if they lose? They should want to win. You go and fight in the best to want to win. You don't care if you lose because you can rematch them every time. You go in to win. You're not trying to lose. You're going to win. And if you so happen to lose, that's why people rematch. That's why Sugar Ray Leonard rematched Duran because he wasn't ducking and he lost. So he got it back in blood. And that's why he fought everybody else because he got it back in blood. So let me know what y'all think. Like, comment, subscribe, and share this. Till next time.